Technology. That wonderful magic made up of metal, plastic, and brain juice that has given birth to such things as video games, transportation, and not at all of least, YouTube. But besides being the source of over 98% of my entertainment, this is also a very fickle thing in the metaverse. Some worlds have super advanced technology, while others seem to have grown stagnant around the medieval era. But one question has seemed to evade the MLP community for over 4 seasons. Just how advanced is the technology in Equestria? Hello Metaverse, I am Varian Dusk, and welcome to Theorycraft, where I tackle the unsolved mysteries of the My Little Pony fandom through analysis and research. Starting with the first episode. So, what do we see in this episode? Well, one thing stands out, and it's right in the freaking intro, the hot air balloon. The first hot air balloon flight that carried a human being took place in France in 1783. Considering this is the first real piece of tech we've seen, this will be a good baseline of comparison. And to be honest, most of what's seen in the series fluctuates around that time frame. Instruments, stovetops, ovens, stopwatches, phonographs, there is so much from that era that it would almost be easy to jump to the conclusion to say that this was the technology level of Equestria. However, we see in Griffin the Brush-Off Pinkie Pie using a hand buzzer, and one that apparently has enough juice to fry a griffin. The first hand buzzer was made in 1928 and was aptly dubbed the Zapper. In such a short amount of time, we have nearly jumped 150 years in technology advancement. In the 1920s alone, there was film, radio, jazz was being introduced, the NFL was being founded, and we were well on our way to getting color television. This was all made clear by Pinkie Pie wanting to pull a prank on someone. But maybe that's all just her using her fourth wall breaking powers to get a fun toy. Very well, I point you towards feeling Pinkie keen. In this episode, Twilight straps Pinkie Pie into an EEG machine. Now, for those who don't know, an EEG machine is an Hold on just a moment.
My little pony, my little pony.
Electro, big word that I honestly can't pronounce, but what it does, it is used to monitor brainwaves. The EEG machine that allowed mapping of the activity across the surface of the brain through EEG topography was in the 1950s. So what now? We have rocket science, medical marvels, atomic power, solar batteries, optic fiber, and the founding of the freaking NASA. You would think that would be it, right? Wrong. In Suited for Success, we see a glimpse of the most awesome DJ in Equestria, Vinyl Scratch, and her soundboard setup. We have speakers, turntables, audio boards. This puts us at least into the 1970s. Now we have arcade games, the early personal computers, microwave ovens, cassette tapes, VHS tapes. Surely that's it, right? Ponykind couldn't have gotten much farther than this, right? Well, normally I would agree, except for one little thing. Take a look at the episode Sonic Rain Boom. Ignore the Weather Factory because I'll chalk that one up to Pekasai magic. And look at this guy.
And now, let's find out who will take the prize as this year's Best Young Liar!
The announcer has a headset with a mic that is wirelessly connected to speakers. After a good amount of digging, I was able to place the first wireless headset plus mic being made around 2002. Wow, now we have the world's first cyborg, we survived Y2K, Disney was booming, Cartoon Network didn't suck, anime was on the rise, everything was getting cooler. Heck, we had the GameCube, PlayStation, and the Xbox. Wow, so much in just season 1 of My Little Pony, and they are much closer to our own technological level than we first thought about. Sure, they don't have YouTube, but give them about 3 or 4 years, they'll figure it out. They already have the internet and computers to run it on. The only question is, why don't we see more of technology? Well, I have a theory. Not going to be the post-apocalyptic world theory because I really don't buy into that. However, one reason could be that in the land of magic, technology is on the slow climb up. However, given what we know, the climb isn't very slow, so it falls to the side of the presence of magic is used as a replacement for technology. Think about it. If you split up the races to just Earth ponies, unicorns, and Pegasi, you have 2/3 of the populace not being able to use magic to its fullest extent. That being said, I think that because they can't use magic, they instead focus on technology. We saw our first factory of any kind in Sonic Rain Boom. Who's to say there isn't different kinds all over the place? However, in spite of this, magic is still a thing. Magic is in many ponies' daily lives, so why bother with technology? Who knows, maybe I'm looking a little too into this. But in any case, if we were to make a side-by-side comparison, the technology level in Equestria looks to be early 2000s.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh!
And that is it for this episode of Theorycraft. If you have any theories of your own, or just downright disagree with me, be sure to comment below. That's all for now. Varian Dusk, signing out.